serious. I don't trust this motherfucker.
All right, so I'm ending off tonight. I've been pretty much running wire and trying to get everything sorted. My bezel with the 2-gauge pod should be here sometime this week, hopefully before I drop this thing off with James. And I want to get all of this permanently mounted in the dash. The only thing I need to do, I got the boost gauge figured out. The boost gauge is going to be really simple. It basically just works off the boost, and there's a little light bulb. That's pretty much all you have to wire, the light bulb. So really simple there. I got to check with this AEM instruction, scan the QR code and double check, because I'm sure some of those wires I think need to go to, I think one of those wires need to go to the computer, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I'm gonna double check it to make sure before I route this, because I have that wire harness hanging down right here, and all I have to do is go across the tunnel, like the shifter tunnel, and be on the passenger side where the ECU is to make all of those connections work. But the red wires you see here, those are just the two for the boost gauge. I also already tucked up the wire harness that goes through the firewall to plug in the actual sensor, which is laying right here. I've already ran this through to where about it's gonna sit. So that's chilling right there. I'm gonna probably use some of the wire holders that I bought and do some self taps and get that kind of where it doesn't float around in the engine bay. Also, I just need to run the boost gauge hose over to the T that I have waiting for it right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that knocked out. And then the blow-off valve, that's plumbed in. That T that's open is gonna be for the boost gauge. So the blow-off valve and boost gauge will be on one unit. And then not the wastegate, the blow-off valve and boost gauge will be on one unit, and the wastegate is gonna have its own hose that will come up to the front here. I got this bigger piece here, and it's gonna tie into the wastegate, and I need to figure out where about I'm gonna put the boost controller. All right, guys, so fast forward a couple hours, and I think I'm pretty much there, man. I think I'm pretty much there. Got this nice little vacuum line set up, running across and over to where the boost controller is supposed to be. I didn't put it in, I just slapped this T in here. These are the two wires to wire it up. I'm gonna let James check that out because I could have sworn the boost controller should have had a bigger, I didn't put it up. I could have sworn the boost controller should have had a bigger port for the vacuum line to slide on. Like that port is really puny. Maybe that's like how it comes. I don't know. Like I said, I've never hooked a boost controller up before, but it seemed like the one on Trap has like the little screw-in ports. They are bigger in diameter. This one has like a little pea shooter, almost like one of the vacuum ports up here. And to me, it just, I don't know, that might be enough, but it seems like it should have had a bigger port on it. So I'm just gonna leave that open. If James is different, then I'll just buy one of his and let him put that in. So that's no big deal. But all the other stuff, the blow-off valve is plumb, the wastegate is plumbed as it should. We got everything else blocked off. I've got zip ties on some of the bigger ones to keep things from, I guess, blowing off, literally. All the intercooler piping is tightened down. The intercooler is freaking there, boys. Like, it is mounted. Yeah, everything is pretty much mint, bro. It is tight. It is tight in here, but it works. It freaking works. I want to get a new coolant reservoir. I don't like, this one is so nasty on the inside, and you really won't be able to tell if something's wrong or not, because like that thing is dirty in there. I tried to rinse it out a little bit, but yeah, everything is there. I did a couple test revs. This is opening up as it should, so that's good. Everything is pretty much, guys, where it can be. There is a gap between this and the fuel filter. Yeah, everything is pretty much where it's gonna be, man. So I just wanted to where James can tune this freaking thing and we can get it back and we can button up everything, like fabricate or cut up the front bumper, get that to fit, all the other little stuff, get the hood to fit, all that jazz. We can button that up after the fact. This is why, honestly, I really wanted to be able to take this thing and tune it and bring it back, but James is not freaking cooperating with me, and I understand he's got a business to run, but I don't want to really leave this thing up there if they can't keep it in the shop, because it's just like I can't put the hood on it, so I'm gonna have to try to, I don't know, break out a brand new tarp or something and lay across it. And I don't know, I just don't like, I don't want this thing out in the open, man. And I haven't had time to cut the hood, and really, quite frankly, I wasn't gonna worry about that until, again, after it was tuned, because that's the biggest thing that I have to wait on, is for them to tune it. Once I get it back and I know everything's good, I can do all the other little stuff easily, and this will be a complete unit. But yeah, we'll pick this back up probably tomorrow and try to get, I guess, whatever else I need to get knocked out. Well, I am done for Wednesday night, guys. Got a lot of progress, got all the wiring cleaned up underneath, and I can show you when you cut the switch on, boost gauge comes on. So everything's good. I wired it to the signal from the radio. Also, I went ahead, got the block off plate put on. Somebody was asking me about blocking it off again. I got it blocked off now, so that's done. She is looking like a unit. I think what I'm gonna end up doing is taking this thing up there Friday. I just found out today that we're gonna be off work Friday. So even though I can't tune it this week, I really wanted to be able to take this thing in person and just give him a rundown in person of what I got done, why some stuff isn't done, and so on and so forth. Everything's coming together, bro. I'm excited. Hope you guys are excited, man. This is the final This video you're watching now is the final video you'll see on this car before we get it back from tuning. So this is a pretty big video, even though it's kind of random as fuck and I'm just kind of doing whatever and showing you stuff. But hang in there, bro, because the next video y'all see on this thing should be some tuning footage and hopefully some numbers. I'm gonna make sure this time we only show the numbers on the channel. I'm gonna tell James don't post the numbers on his page or nothing. You have to come to my channel and watch to see the numbers. I don't hide any numbers or anything. You guys know I'm open about whatever each car makes, but so many people pretend to be a fan and act like they care, but they just mostly like run over to his page and just look at it, but they don't really watch my content. So that being said, I'm probably not gonna have him post the numbers on his actual pages, but we will probably post a clip because I'm sure this thing's gonna be pretty rowdy and probably spin on the dyno a little bit. So yeah, that being said, I'll pick the camera up tomorrow, gang. This mug, boy. What a unit. So I know that probably won't, I don't know what you would call that. It won't really a test drive, but I just had to try to drive this thing down the road, man. I just had to do it. And it drove pretty good. Of course the tune is way off. I mean, it's probably, who knows what map is on this thing. It's a turbo F23 in the car. So of course nothing's lining up, but what I can say is, of course, the transmission feels great because it got rebuilt. What I'm scared of is the freaking oil might be trying not to drain properly, but I won't know that for sure until we take this thing to James and stuff and have him go through it. But I'm hoping that's not my case, because if it is, bro, I don't know. I didn't really look up how people turbo H2Bs to see, like, do they put their drain in a different location? I completely forgot that H motors sit forward in Civics. I don't know why I didn't think of it, but I got it as high up in the oil pan as I possibly can get it though. So, I mean, I don't know, guys. I'm hoping that's not my case. It's funny to say it, but I'd rather it be just the motor smoking, but it might be the drain, bro. It might be backing up some. So, we'll see. That's my first time really getting into it a little bit. One thing I know is the blow-off valve is definitely working, so that's pretty sick. I didn't even pay attention to the boost gauge to see if I built any boost. I was just too busy trying to keep the dang thing running. I think this will be a great way to wrap this video up, man. I just had to try to drive this unit at least once. What I didn't show you was the gauge pod bezel came, so I got the gauges mounted. Well, you saw it in the clip when we driving, but yeah, I got the gauges mounted. Everything's good, bro. The only thing that has to be done, hopefully, before James can tune it, is the Mac valve needs to be installed. The AN wideband needs to be wired up down there. I got the wiring all over there where the ECU is. and the injectors need to be put in. After we do those 3 things, we should be able to throw some E85 in here and just start mapping it out, bro. Hopefully everything works out. I'm excited. I'm super sketched out as well. The next video y'all see on this thing, hopefully, should be it being dynoed if we don't have any issues. So, with that being said, man, everybody cross your fingers. We've made it through a lot of hurdles, bro. I'm gonna wrap this video up right here. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Smack the like button for me. I will catch y'all next time. Remember, respect all bills. Peace out.
Peace out.
Mia, you done woke up.
Say peace out.
You ain't gonna say peace out? Say peace out. Mia, you ain't gonna say peace out to the people? Look at the camera and say peace out. I'm still waking up.